Hello and welcome to the Drink Tank Review of Books. And this is a special edition of the Drink Tank Review of Books, part of our Journey Planet era of Dune. The latest issue of Journey Planet number 9, will focus on the film Dune, and thus we're doing a couple of special Drink Tank reviews of books about Dune. Not Dune the book, which I've reviewed previously, but Dune the film, the concept, the funky freshness. And of course, the first one of those will be now The Making of Dune, from Berkeley Nonfiction by Ed Naha. Ed Naha is a very important figure. He's done a lot of novelizations. He was I believe he won an Edgar, a very good mystery writer, does some science fiction. Great guy. He was a lot of journalist. Has written a lot of course, screenplays and so forth. I believe he wrote the screenplay for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but let's not hold that against him. The Making of Dune is a look at the making of the film Dune by David Lynch. And I would like to point out something that it says in the very beginning. It says, "For the ticket buyers." Now here's the funny thing. David Lynch passed over directing Return of the Jedi to do Dune. A lot of people have said over the years that this was a bad idea, and it probably was. He probably could have done some really wicked cool stuff with Ewoks. Just picture an Ewok popping amyl nitrate and then braining a stormtrooper. That'd be great. Dune was expected to be the big film of 1984. It had all the things going for it. There was a huge rush of Dune stuff. If you look on eBay, you'll find huge numbers of Dune action figures, of the collectible things you see in in-flight catalogs. They had Christ knives available, and books. There were several books written about Dune, including one called Dune, which was the novel Dune by Frank Herbert, who, by the way, on the very back of the book says, "Tell the fans they're making the real Dune, Frank Herbert," who is now rolling around in his grave that someone has been reading this recently. This is a fantastic book. It's a little hard to come by. You can still find it on eBay and so forth. It covers everything. It is about 300 pages of just absolute phenomenal photos. Here's one of my favorite of Reverend Mother Lady Jessica with Dino De Laurentiis. There's wonderful quotes. There are behind-the-scenes photos. There are stills from the film, stills from scenes that weren't included in the film, and just some wonderful, wonderful quotes. My personal favorite being from Francesca Annis, the actress who played Lady Jessica, saying, "Sometimes we have to do things that, under normal circumstances, would strike you as quite idiotic." The best three things about this book are the look at the effects of Kit Wilde, one of the truly great effects, or Kit Young, sorry, who did some of the greatest effects you will ever see in a film. There's a little talk with David Lynch, not a lot. Lynch doesn't like to talk about his movies. He especially does not like to talk about Dune, for very good reasons. There is a discussion with Sean Young, with the Shut Up Mapes, Linda Hunt, and it just, if you like discovering how movies are made, this is a book that really takes it and breaks it down into incredible details. And the photos are beautiful. There's a whole section on early designs of various parts of the film. The only thing missing from it is a section of colored plates, which would have been great, but what are you going to do? It's, 25 years old now. Color wasn't invented yet. I highly recommend it for anyone who likes not only Dune, but also is interested in the process of filmmaking, and particularly a big-budget filmmaking, and the problems of adaptation. There's a whole section here where Raffaella De Laurentiis really breaks down the difficulties in adapting such a well-known property. So, the Drink Tank Review of Books recommends finding The Making of Dune, because you can't have my copy. By the way, that was work. That was related.